Hi everyone, and welcome back to your real English conversation video lesson with me, your teacher Chris. Now, it is great to have you back, and if you're new here, welcome to the lessons. Today we have a different topic. Usually I say interesting topic, but today we have a different topic, and this is going to be for you. Now, it's going to be about English. Yeah, surprise, it's an English lesson, but it's actually going to be me asking you questions. Now, the difference today is I'm not going to give you my answers. This is a different set of questions where these aren't really questions that I can answer. These are only for you. And I'm really interested in seeing your answers to these questions. And I'll keep putting the questions here. I know they're fast. Like the question comes up and it's gone really quick, and I have no idea how to slow it down. So I'm gonna try and figure it out today. If not, I'll change the way I do it. Maybe I'll have the question and then the question comes up again. We'll see. I'm still getting used to this new software. But like I said, I am not answering these questions today. These are just for you because, as you'll see, I can't really answer these. And I really, really want to know your answers because, well, you'll see in the questions. Are you ready? Now, they're really small. I have lots of questions here, so I didn't wear my glasses. They're at my house, on my desk, where they're supposed to be. Oops. So I'm going to be really close to the camera because I have a list of questions here, which, like I said, I'll put over here. Okay, here we go. Do you think English is a difficult language to learn? Why? Have you ever spoken English on the phone or with another person? How did you feel? Like, were you scared? Was it easy? Okay, so how often do you practice English? You see, our fluency and our ability with a language or anything that we study, the amount of time we spend practicing is so important. So if your conversation was not very good, it means you have to practice some more. That's just how it works. What is your favorite way to practice English? Why is that your favorite way? I'm always looking for interesting ways that students find to study English and what really works well for them. And I try to incorporate it into the lessons. So I like to hear these types of answers because I really want to help you learn as quickly as possible. Because, like I've always said in the lessons, it's not difficult. English has this weird stigma. People think it's difficult. No, academic English is difficult. Conversation English is really simple. Honestly, it's like any language, there's two different styles of that language. There's academic, intelligent speaking, perfect grammar, extremely perfect words, and very complex meanings that are specific. And then there's conversation English, or conversation language, where you don't say everything, you don't need to. Things are understood because of the context of the conversation and what you're talking about. So conversation English is the same. It's just like talking with your friends, which is what it is. And you don't need all of these very specific words. It's usually, if the person doesn't understand exactly what you mean, they'll ask. And that's part of conversation. So I'm curious about that. Why are you learning English? It seems like most of my students are learning it for school or some type of university prep. And that's great, They need to have that basic English to make it easier to transition. And I actually have lots of international students that are going abroad to study in a foreign university, so they need English too. And that's why they're doing it. What do you think let's start again. What do you think you will be able to do in English in the future? See, I'm very optimistic and positive when it comes to the students that I have here and them following my program, that in the future they will be able to write in English and speak in English and do normal things. I'm very confident that everyone following my program will do that. So if you're studying my program and you said, oh, I think I'll be able to watch a movie in English or, read a book, think bigger. Honestly, you can do much more than that. Do you think that English will completely dominate the world of all the other languages in the future? Meaning, do you think that the number one language in the world will be English? And if yes, how would that change the world? I think it's interesting to think about which language will be dominant in the world, and there already are two real dominant languages, English and Mandarin Chinese. They're the biggest languages in the world. Chinese because the most people speak it, and English because it's the language of international business. It would have to take something extreme for that current landscape to change in the future. But if English did become the number one language, I think that would be convenient for everyone. Just as if Chinese became the number one language, that would be convenient for everyone because then there is no miscommunication. Having a dominant language for global travel and trade would really benefit the world, whichever language it is. And it's interesting to see what you say. How do you use the internet to study English? Cool. I'm always interested in what students find useful. Like, part of me really hopes that many of you said, your video lessons. I use your video lessons to study English. That would be awesome. And I think many of you do, but I'm curious what else, do you study tests on the internet? Do you watch other channels? Do you watch podcasts? Or listen to podcasts? Well, you can watch them and listen to them. What do? Do you use apps? I'm curious because it's interesting to see how students learn English and which method of study grabs their attention, because there's many ways to study English, and I'm always looking for the best way to give, information to you in a way that's natural and easy to understand. Do you think English is a difficult language to learn? I think that this answer will depend on your current mood. If you're happy and you're in a good mood, English is not too difficult. Or if you're in a negative mood or you're depressed or annoyed, English is difficult to learn. I think any language that's different from your native language is difficult to learn, but not impossible. And that's the key thing. It's not impossible. Anything that you really want to study, to learn, you can do it. You have to find that one method, that one teacher, that one style of learning that really gets into you. And that's the key, is to find what works best for you and just attack it, because you can learn anything, especially if you find a way that's good for you and you really want it. It's hard to see. What do you think? No, I already did that one. Wow, I already did that one. Oops. How can the English language help you advance your career? Everyone's going to have a different answer to this, because some people are learning English just for fun, but many of you are learning it to go to school or for promotions. I have a great story, and I'm not going to use a name, but I had one student a couple of months ago messaged me in Arabic, didn't know any English at all. So I used the translator and we messaged back and forth, and he said that he had lost his job, and he lives in Africa. I'm not going to say where, but in Africa. And he lost his job, and he was trying to find a new job, but he realized that he needed to speak English, and he was scared because he had a family that he has to take care of. He had a son and his wife, and he was the one who was the main person who worked, and he's like, I have to find a new job. I need to learn English. That's something I can't do. And I said, okay, and we went through the system, all my lessons on here, and it was amazing because he had that desire and that extreme pressure from taking care of his family, that strong goal of taking care of his family and getting the new job, that he finished from phonics, because remember, everything was in Arabic. He couldn't speak English. He finished every phonics lesson in like maybe 2 weeks. It was amazing. And then he finished all the basic series, and then he finished the complete English series. And by that point, we were communicating in English, and it took him 2 months. He had such a strong goal and such a strong motivation to learn English. He learned English from phonics all the way to communication in 2 months and got a job. And honestly, that's one of the reasons why I keep making these videos, because it's not YouTube money. I promise you, there is very little money, if any, in making videos about teaching on YouTube. Some of the big channels, they make lots of money, but not me. I like helping people, and that is probably one of the best stories of learning English to get a new career. And he was able to get a good job, and he said he's better now than he was. I don't know if he still studies my video lessons, so if you're there, I'm really proud of you. That's amazing work. Truly amazing. And that right there, that motivated me to continue making lessons, because at that point I was trying to find a reason to continue. And that right there is why I'm still here today. That was one of the big ones. He turned his life around in 2 months. That's amazing. So learning English can advance any career if it's possible for you to study English and move into your career, move up in promotions. I'm curious about that. Why are you studying it? Which country is the best place to study English? Okay, so if you said America, good job. If you said English or England or the United Kingdom, good job. If you said your own home country, great job. Because you don't have to go to a specific country to learn English. Yes, being immersed in the language makes a big difference, but it's not necessary. It really isn't. Having a good teacher, having a good study ethic, having a good curriculum to follow that's it. That's what it takes to learn English. Most people can't afford to go to a foreign country and study English, and you really don't have to. And that's something that I really want everyone to see, is that they can follow videos here with me. They can follow videos with other teachers. They can listen to audible books and things like that. They can do all kinds of stuff at home alone and be prepared to speak English well. It's all about work ethic and believing in yourself and having the confidence to continue even when it's difficult. But if you said America, really awesome job. But you have to choose which part of America. You know, England has a lot of crazy accents, and so does America. You know, if you want to speak English in a really good way, I always recommend a clean northern accent like mine. And I've lived all over America, on the East Coast, up north, down south. I can do all of the accents. But to be honest with you, the most successful accent is the clean northern accent, like I'm communicating with you right now, because the enunciation is there. The pronunciation is very clean. So, but yeah, study at home is absolutely fine. Are you willing to get a tutor just to learn English better? I gotta admit, I'm a tutor. I help students with private lessons, and having a tutor is one of the best ways to really quickly improve your English, but you don't need one. But when you hit a certain point, mentally, having a tutor there is so good to have, because it forces you to really think faster and work harder, and the tutor can identify problems that you don't realize you have and immediately start working. Like I talk to people, my students who are low level or high level, and they've been in programs studying English, but you find a hole and I'm able to fix it right away. Say, oh, let's fix this and then we'll move on. So tutors are great for filling in holes and gaps in your education, fixing pronunciation issues, and helping you to feel confident in your ability to speak English with a person who speaks English. And that's one of the best benefits right there, is talking to someone and then having them talk back and then you talk back and forth. That right there is so good for your self-confidence. And yeah, it improves your ability. But if you can't afford a tutor, it's okay. It's all about work ethic and just continuing to practice. And you know, that's one of the reasons why I'm making these types of videos right now, is giving you that time to answer me. This is your free tutor lesson. This is your chance to speak with me. And I hope all of you are using it. I know many of you are, but I really hope that you understand. Listening and speaking to someone like me, because I'm looking at you, is super important. It keeps you honest with yourself. It keeps you working. So yeah, that's great. Now, I had to add 2 more, so my handwriting is terrible, as you know, if you've seen my essay lessons. So I'm going to try to read this. These are 2 questions that I added in because I really want to know these answers. So I hope you're still here, and I hope you're still going to answer these. Remember, answer them down below so I can read them. How can I help you learn English? Anything else? I want to have as many ideas as possible because I really want to help you learn English, and these kinds of answers are super important to me because I can do that. I can work on that and make these additions to the current curriculum. What would you like me to teach you? I think I can do that. I really want these last two answers because, like I said in a few videos, in the past few videos, that I'm moving to China in August, and I really plan to really work on these videos and increase the quality. I want to get green screen and software to edit stuff. I'm going to be getting a new computer, and I want to have more lessons. I want to teach you the things that you really want to learn. And these last two, how can I help you learn English and what would you like me to teach, are going to be very important in the future when I start planning out the next pieces of videos that I'm going to make. Now, I've already said that I'm going to be doing some business English, teaching you how to have conversations in meetings and with coworkers, how to speak to bosses, how to write emails, maybe even some lessons on how to do, calling and more entrepreneur type things, trying to find people to buy your products, trying to find companies to work with, things like that. I'm open to doing all of that, and I'm curious to see what other things you would like me to teach, because all topics are really exciting to me, except for math. I just don't like math. I'm not very good at it. And but the rest of the things I'm really excited to help you learn. So I am really looking forward to reading your answers to today's questions, especially the last two. And I want to see what you think about English. Why are you here studying with me? Why are you studying English? And what are your goals? What is the point of you studying English? What is its purpose? So I want to see these answers because that will change how I make the next videos in this series, in this channel, on this channel. It gives me ideas on what you really want to learn, and I really want to help you. So leave me your comments, subscribe if you're new here, welcome to the channel. And if you're one of my regular students, hit that like button, I appreciate it. And share in the groups, because I have been sharing these video lessons in groups on Facebook, but then Facebook says, no, you can't share videos anymore. So I'm only allowed to share on my groups. I can't share in other groups. So Facebook has blocked that feature from me. Thank you, Facebook. So if you share these videos, I appreciate it. And I will see you for the next lesson. Goodbye.